All right, welcome back to my absolutely pitiful snail's pace through all of my things that I'm doing. Um, so I'm at risk of falling behind on this course. The next module is going to be released
Oh,
tomorrow, I think, and I just haven't been putting in the time. Like I'm in between contracts right now, so I should be putting probably 40 hours a week uh, into this. Um, but if we look back at my history, so far I've been putting in, uh, well, I did pretty good yesterday. But even this is not that great. Like, what is this, 4 hours? Like, that's half a work day. Like, I should be putting in 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, or like, if it's not, or like 4 hours a day, including weekends. Like, but anyways, moving on. So I'm just going to try to finish out the course or the units so that I'm not falling behind. I'm still working on my project, but I'm going to figure out how to put more time on that. And I think what I'd like to do is do that on a live stream. That'd be really exciting, and then post in the Discord that I'm working on that. Um, so I've made some great progress with it. We can see that you can use the slider bar. Now the thing is, this slider bar is garbage. If you're using this on a phone, you actually cover up the value, and you can't tell what value. You have to basically guess what value you're setting it to because your finger covers it up as you slide it over. So I definitely want to swap out this slider bar. Another thing I want to do is make this a voice field so you can click a microphone icon here and then just describe it with your voice because I want the tasks to be really detailed. Um, um, and then the other thing is maybe format this a little bit and have like a default like no tasks added yet show up here. That would be great. And then the other thing I need to do is if you click generate cleaning plan and then look at the logs. So the logs for that are going to show up under the container. We can see like this was perfect. Uh, so it gives you the step by step. It says to declutter the surfaces, to wipe down the mirrors, to vacuum or mop the floor. Really, really good. But even this is not that great, right? Because it says to clean bathroom for 6 minutes. What does that mean? So like I think it just depends on how much like juice it has. So like this is just the model I'm using is free tier model, but like I want to make sure that if I swap it out and actually like make this into like a paid app on an app store and like use like a good model, like I want to know like what would a good model do, right? Like I don't want to just leave it up to chance and like now people are paying for this thing and it tells them to clean the bathroom for 5 minutes. Like no, that's not acceptable. Like it has to say step by step specifically. We're going to start with decluttering the bathroom surfaces for 10 minutes. And even that, what does it mean to declutter? Like, it's got to be clear about that too, because like this is where I fail in cleaning. It's like you tell me to declutter, it's like, well, as cluttered as everything is, I live in a small space. Like, it is decluttered, as cluttered as it is, because like, where am I going to put all this stuff? Like, I have to have, extra soap in case I run out of soap somewhere. So like I could put it in the drawer, but there's already stuff in the drawer. So it's like it is decluttered. So it's like, this is a completely unacceptable answer. Like what this should be is um, identify home locations. And so like that where does the extra soap go? And is the extra soap in that home location? So like for me, and then the other thing is increase surface area. That's a huge one. So like if you buy shelving, for your bathroom. So if we look for shelving units, yeah, look at this. So now, for 40 bucks, um, you just put this on the counter of your bathroom, or this is a giant heavy duty one. But even a giant heavy duty one would be fine. Like these are not expensive, right? They're like, here's one for $20. Here's one for $25. You can just go get this from Target right now. This makes it so that before, um for the you triple the this amount of space. So you could take your counter space. Let's say that you have uh let's say that let's go to paint and then take a bathroom counter. Okay, so let's say this is a bathroom counter, and then like this is your sink, and then this is the place you have to put crap on. So simply by spending less than $30, go to a secondhand store like Goodwill or something, you spend probably less than 10, you can plop something down here, and now, this space is multiplied by the number of shelves. So you can easily get something with 3 shelves, and you can multiply this space by 3. So now you've got, so much more space in this area, where before all you could do is put stuff in this area. Now you can put stuff in this area again. Now you are restricted to the height of the thing in this area, but you're not restricted on the top shelf. So you still have this complete area with near infinite height. You're restricted up to the ceiling, but you likely don't have something that high. If you did, you would put it in a closet or something, not on the countertop. And look at this, you get all this extra space to work with. So this is the kind of stuff that the LLM probably just isn't going to come up with. This is you would fine tune a model to be able to give advice like that. You would gather up cleaning experts and have them fine tune the model responses to give advices like that. See, like, it's not going to be so easy as to just plop in any large language model, right? It's not going to do a good job. It's like, what does it mean? And for me, it's like, okay, I have a good sense of what it means to clean the toilet. Like, you just, but like, even then, it's like, what does it mean to clean the toilet, right? Like it should give you a step by step, zero ambiguity thing. So it should tell you to unscrew the lid of the toilet. Like the first thing you should do when you clean the toilet is find out how the lid of the toilet is screwed on and unscrew the entire lid mechanism of the toilet, because then you can actually clean it. You can get inside areas that you couldn't otherwise clean. So, like, it should get so specific as to tell you to, you know identify the mechanism of how your, you know lid is attached. And then if you say, like, oh, I can't remove the lid, you should be able to say, I can't remove the lid, and then it should be able to accommodate that, right? Like, it should be an ongoing conversation that helps you address any caveats or any things that arise that you didn't expect. Like, it should keep you from getting into a situation where you have to give up. It should allow you to be really resilient. And ideally, you should be able to upload pictures and say, okay, is this good enough? And you can say, well, no, I saw you cleaned the outside a bit, but the inside of the bowl still needs a lot of work, and it looks like there's stuff on there you'll need a special plan to address. So here's that special plan, Irish Spring 5 and 1. But so the Okay, so this, as good as this is better than it does sometimes. It's still just not good enough at all, but that's okay. This is just a prototype. We're just the next step is to get this output actually showing up on the page. We can see the output just doesn't even appear on the page yet. So that's going to be the next step. Um, First, I want to change this slider bar so that it doesn't, your finger doesn't cover it up as you slide. So probably just something like this with a plus and minus. That's probably good. Um, then I want to give like a default here, say like no tasks added, here so that you're not left wondering like, oh, do I have to like how does this mechanism work? Make that more clear. And then the other thing I want to do is actually fill out the actual like clan, actually generate the plan, even with an AI model that doesn't do a very good job. And then if I were to turn this into a commercial product and sell it, like, oh man, like the sky is the limit, right? Um, I'm basically just building a special AI product. All right, but anyways, moving on with the material because the new one I think is published tomorrow. It could be Tuesday, but um, so it's going to be published the 4th. So it is going to be Tuesday. So that's even more important that I get to it now because I have a chance to because I might fall behind. All right, so writing actions as code snippets or JSON blobs. You can follow the code in this notebook that you can run using Google Colab. So I will do that. All right, so this is selecting a playlist for the party using small agents and tool calling agent. So that looks quite a bit different than what we got here. So let me read this. So tool calling agents are the second type of agent available in small agents. Unlike code agents that use Python snippets, these agents can use built-in tool calling capabilities of LLM providers to generate tool calls as JSON structures. This is the standard approach used by OpenAI, Anthropic, and many other providers. Let's look at an example. When Alfred wants to search for catering services and party ideas, a code agent would generate and run Python code like this. Okay. A tool calling agent would instead create a JSON structure. Oh, I thought they said tool calling agents were no good. This JSON blob is then used to execute the tool calls. When small agents primarily focuses on code agents since they perform better overall, tool calling agents can be effective for simple systems that don't require variable handling or complex tool calls. Okay, so yeah, they're used by the big companies for sure. Yeah, see, I remember looking at this paper. Yeah, you want to use code agents rather than tool agents, but unless it's for simple systems that don't require variable handling or complex tool calls. Okay, so how do tool calling agents work? Tool calling agents follow the same multi-step workflow as code agents. See the previous section for details. The key difference is in how they structure their actions. Instead of executable code, they generate JSON objects that specify tool names and arguments. The system then parses these instructions to execute the appropriate tools. For example, running a tool calling agent. Let's revisit the previous example where Alfred started party preparations. This time we'll use a tool calling agent to highlight the difference. We'll build an agent that can search using the web, using DuckDuckGo, just like in our code agent example. The only difference is the agent type. The framework handles everything else. So now we're going to import a tool calling agent rather than the code agent. When you examine the agent's trace, instead of seeing executing parsed code, you'll see something like this. calling tool. There we go. The agent generates a structured tool call that the system processes to produce the output rather than directly executing code like a code agent. Now that we understand both agent types, we can choose the right one for our needs. Let's continue exploring small agents to make Alfred's party a success. All right, and they do have the official documentation, really important. I use that when I work on the uh, the project, but now we're going to move on to tools, and let's run this code here. So we're going to run it anyway. We're going to install the small agents. All right. So let's also log in to the Hugging Face Hub to have access to the Inference API. All right. So I need to do my token. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I chose to invalidate and refresh the tokens. So broke it from my other notebook, but I'm not going to go back and use that. So that was the right option for me. So next is selecting a playlist for the party using small agents and tool calling agent. Remember that from the previous thing, so don't have to reroute that. Run this, so grant access to it. All right, so now we've got a Hugging Face API model. So all right. When you examine the agent's trace, instead of seeing executing parse code, you'll see something like this. So now it's no longer building a code block. The agent generates a structural tool call that the system processes to produce the output rather than directly executing code like a code agent. Now that we understand both agent types, we can choose the right one for our needs. Let's continue exploring small agents to make Alfred's party a success. So yeah, that's just a brief overview of the other kind of agent, the agent that just uses tools like making an API call rather than using code to run tools. So the code one is better, but we needed to go over both. All right, so moving on, tools. As we explored in Unit 1, agents use tools to perform various actions. In small agents, tools are treated as functions that an LLM can call within an agent system. To interact with a tool, the LLM needs an interface description with these key components. Name, what the tool is called, tool description, what the tool does, input types and descriptions, what arguments the tool accepts, output type, what the tool returns. For instance, while preparing for a party at Wayne Manor, Alfred needs various tools to gather information, from searching for catering services to finding party theme ideas. Here's how a simple search tool interface might look. Name, web search, tool description, searches the web for specific queries. Input, query string, the search term to look up. Output, string containing the search results. By using these tools, Alfred can make informed decisions and gather all the information needed for planning the perfect party. Below you can see an animation illustrating how a tool call is managed. All right, so let's look at the animation. So system prompt shows up. Um, all right, so it runs the LLM, clears out the memory first. Okay, parse tool calls from output. Execute call, and now it goes in the memory. Okay. And now it becomes the final answer because of the special final answer code that we saw. All right, so tool creation methods. In small agents, tools can be defined in two ways. Number one, using the at tool decorator for simple function-based tools. Number two, creating a subclass of tool for more complex functionality. The at tool decorator. The at tool decorator is the recommended way to define simple tools. Under the hood, small agents will parse basic information about the function from Python. So if you name your function clearly and write a good docstring, it will be easier for the LLM to use. Using this approach, we define a function with a clear and descriptive function name that helps the LLM understand its purpose, type hints for both inputs and outputs to ensure proper usage, a detailed description, including an args section where each argument is explicitly described. These descriptions provide valuable context for the LLM, so it's important to write them carefully. Generating a tool that retrieves the highest rated catering. All right, so catering service, Gotham Catering CO, Wayne Manor Catering, Gotham City Events. You can follow the code in this notebook that you run using Google Colab, so I'll have to refresh my token again, I think. All right, so let's imagine that Alfred has already decided on the menu for the party, but now he needs help preparing food for such a large number of guests. To do so, he would like to hire a catering service and needs to identify the highest rated options available. Alfred can leverage a tool to search for the best catering services in his area. Below is an example of how Alfred can use the tool decorator to make this happen. Okay, so we actually saw this before, so I don't know why kind of going over this again. I guess it's just showing that, yeah, so that you can use code in here. So like we can use the Python max to look for the highest one. So like, and this is just an example list, right? Like you can get it from the internet and then do the max. So you can just ask it to go and find it all and then get the max and return that. So all right, defining a tool as a Python class. This approach involves creating a subclass of tool. For complex tools, we can implement a class instead of a Python function. The class wraps the function with metadata that helps the LLM understand how to use it effectively. In this class, we define name, the tool's name, description, a description used to populate the agent's system prompt, inputs, a dictionary with keys, type, and description, providing information to help the Python interpreter process inputs. Output type specifies the expected output type. Forward, the method containing the inference logic to execute. Below, we can see an example of a tool built using tool and how to integrate it within a code agent. Generating a tool to generate ideas about the superhero themed party. Alfred's party at the mansion is a superhero themed event, but he needs some creative ideas to make it truly special. As a fantastic host, he wants to surprise the guests with a unique theme. To do this, he can use an agent that generates superhero themed party ideas based on a given category. This way, Alfred can find the perfect party theme to wow his guests. With this tool, Alfred will be the ultimate superhost, impressing his guests with a superhero themed party they won't forget. So here's the default toolbox. Small Agents comes with a set of pre-built tools that can be directly injected into your agent. I'll do a sound check now and reveal that I've had no sound this whole time. Okay, there we go. Um, the default toolbox includes Python interpreter tool, final answer tool, user input tool, DuckDuckGo search tool, Google search tool, visit web page tool. Alfred could use various tools to ensure a flawless party at Wayne Manor. First, he could use the DuckDuckGo search tool to find creative superhero-themed party ideas. For catering, he'd rely on the Google search tool to find the highest rated services in Gotham, so all the ads. To manage seating arrangements, Google could Alfred could run calculations with the Python interpreter tool, which is an interesting tool because what's the difference between that and a code agent? Anyway, once everything is gathered, he'd compile the plan using the final answer tool. With these tools, Alfred guarantees the party is both exceptional and seamless. Sharing and importing tools. One of the most powerful features of small agents is its ability to share custom tools on the hub and seamlessly integrate tools created by the community. This includes connecting with Hugging Face Spaces and LangChain tools, significantly enhancing Alfred's ability to orchestrate an unforgettable party at Wayne Manor. With these integrations, Alfred can tap into advancing event planning tools, whether it's adjusting the lighting for the perfect ambiance, curating the ideal playlist for the party, or coordinating with Gotham's finest caterers. Here are examples showcasing how these functionalities can elevate the party experience. Sharing a tool to the hub. Sharing your custom tool with the community is easy. Simply upload it to your Hugging Face account using the push to hub method. For instance, Alfred can share his party theme tool to help others find the best catering services in Gotham. Here's how to do it. Party theme tool push to hub. There we go. Importing a tool from the hub. You can easily import tools created by other users using the load tool function. That's cool. For example, Alfred might want to create a promotional image for the party using AI. Instead of building a tool from scratch, he can leverage a predefined one from the community. All right. Importing a Hugging face space as a tool. You can also import a Hugging Face space as a tool using tool.fromSpace. This opens up possibilities for integrating with thousands of spaces from the community for tasks from image generation to data analysis. The tool will connect with the Space's Gradio backend using the Gradio underscore client. So make sure to install it via pip if you don't have it already. For the party, Alfred can use an existing Hugging Face space for the generation of the AI generated image to be used in the announcement instead of the pre-built tool we mentioned before. Let's build it. All right, so I'll be doing this in the notebook, but I'll be skimming over the text because I'm reading it here. All right, next section, importing a LangChain tool. We'll discuss the LangChain framework in upcoming sections. For now, we just note that we can reuse LangChain tools in your small agent's workflow. You can easily load LangChain tools using the tool.fromLangChain method. Alfred, ever the perfectionist, is preparing for a spectacular superhero night at Wayne Manor while the Waynes are away. To make sure every detail exceeds expectations, he taps into LangChain tools to find top-tier entertainment ideas. By using tool.from_LangChain, Alfred effortlessly adds advanced search functionalities to his small agent, enabling him to discover exclusive party ideas and services with just a few commands. Here's how he does it, and we'll look at this closer when I actually run it. With this setup, Alfred can quickly discover luxurious entertainment options, ensuring Gotham's elite guests have an unforgettable experience. This tool helps him curate the perfect superhero-themed event for Wayne Manor. So here's the resources. Okay, so there's a tools tutorial. That's interesting. Um, Oh yeah, it's a part of the documentation for small agents. Good. The tools documentation, probably part of the small agents documentation. We'll see. Yep, for sure. What else we got? So, tool self-guided tour, help step by step. So, in addition to this course, you can just go to Small Agents Library, which is the yeah, library for agents. So it'll walk you through. You don't have to come back to this course. And then building effective agents. This is a detailed guide on best practices for developing reliable and high performance custom function agents. Part of the small agents, yeah. So here we go. The best agentic systems are the simplest. Simplify the workflow as much as you can. There you go. All right, so next section will be retrieval agents. Then there'll be a quick quiz, and then quite a bit more after that. So kind of a big unit for sure. Um, Let me get through running all the code. Okay, so now log in. So I need to get another token, so I'll do that off camera. All right, so I invalidated and refreshed my token, and that went through. So now we're gonna pretend we have a function that fetches the highest rated curating services. There we go. All the syntax, all the typing, and all that is important because the tool needs to know how it can use because the agent needs to know how it can use this tool. So we have to specify the typing there. And we have to have this layout for the doc string. But then what this should work here. Oops, we need okay, so it needed access to needed access, so I granted it access. Okay, so that ran. Now we're defining a tool as a Python class. So here we're making a superhero party themed tool. So I likely will need to do this for all my cleaning plan project. Let's take a look at some of the tools that other people have created. So if we go down here, so community, would that be it? No, maybe spaces. It could be tools. Well, this is cool. Yeah, so these are basically different kinds of tools. Let's look at character animation. So character generator. Oh, this looks cool. So this app, so you could just pull this whole thing down because it's a space. Um, but let's generate a character. So not a thief, a treasure hunter. We'll say that. I spelled thief wrong, I think. There we go. Generate interesting character. Oh, I actually did this wrong. So looks like the world description is a dangerous fantasy world full of monsters, but not without its angels. Okay. Okay, so now let's generate it. Oh, cool. So now it's building an, oh, it's very slowly building an image. Um, cool. Okay, so now this is interesting because I don't know, I feel like it didn't do a very good job because this is not like a thief or a treasure hunter. This doesn't look like someone who would be hunting for treasure. And it also says that she has a small scar above her right eyebrow, which I don't see a scar there. So yeah, it looks like AI slop. Not good. Yeah, this is not good. I mean, it's a cool application, and maybe if you juice it up, because right now it's just using like, Quen, like maybe it could be cool, but like, I mean, like what would a thief look like? Yeah, so like a thief would be more like, look like that, where like, or like a treasure hunter. I mean that, yeah, or a treasure hunter would be like, like Laura Croft more, right? Tomb Raider. Yeah, like kind of like Safari sort of like this. This is better, right? That's a lot better. This is really, really bad. All right. Well, anyway, moving on. So, okay, yeah. So we ran this tool, ran that. Okay, then we can push it. Oh, but we have to have we have to give it my username and my token to push it. All right, I can do that. All right, now I need to add in my API tokens, so um, I'll do that. Okay, so I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. So I entered in my API key, entered it in there, and there we go. So uh, yep, we've got everything there. So importing a tool from the hub. You can easily import tools created by other users. Yep, so remember reading about that. So let's try that. All right, so now we imported a tool, load tool. So we used the uh, this tool here. So let's copy selection and then go into spaces. Okay, and then paste the URL there. Oh, there we go. So, all right, so here's the tool. Click test, and now it's going to process. Okay, that's an odd image to receive after running tests. Let's type in juggling because that's favorite hobby. Oh, there we go. That's not bad actually. I mean, like, there's only two balls. There's no third one. This person doesn't have any. Um, it's in black and white, like, but it actually you can tell that it is. Let's see, a musician. Now this is interesting. It says it should only take 11.7 seconds to process, but it's already taking more than 30 seconds. So we'll just leave that and move on. All right, now it should have created the image. We can see agent.run generate an image, but that in fact did not happen. I do not see an image there, so that's okay. All right, so importing an entire space. Let's see if we can do that. So I have to add Gradio client. Don't have that already. Oh, we got a value error here. So I guess this space maybe doesn't exist. The current space is an invalid space. So let's take a look at this space. Copy selection. Oh, there we go. Now we've got a musician. You can see he's trying to play guitar, but the neck of his guitar is like melted into the guitar strap, and like the guitar itself is like melted into his body and not where his hands expected to be. And then the microphone is like not on the mic stand; it's like hovering above the mic stand. Oh man, that is wild. All right, so we do have the space here, but it looks like there's a configuration error in the space. So this space has encountered a config error that prevents it from running. All right, but so let's try something else from Black Forest Labs. Let's try the Flux One space. Oh, wait. Flux.one slash Schnell. So let's do dash dev instead of dash Schnell. Okay, so that works. We saw that that was there. So, um, all right, so that one does work. And look at this. We got our image of Wayne's Manor. Perfect. And it's actually not a bad image for an AI. All right, so importing LangChain tool. These tools need a SERP API, API key. So let's see if we can get one. Sign in with Google. Successfully signed in with Google, so we do have a free plan. Let's see if we can get a key. For free plans, I need to verify my account, so I'll do that off camera. All right, so I'm back and I've subscribed to the free plan. So I had to verify my email and verify my camera. So now I should be, oh, well, I showed my private API key. Uh, damn it. I should probably generate a new one. I definitely shouldn't have un It's fine. Okay, so I'll work off camera some more. All right, I'm back. So yeah, I just regenerated that key. So if you saw it and paused it and wrote it down and try to use it, that's not the same key anymore, or so I would want you to think. But here's the variable now. I made it there. Entered the value of the key, so now I can enable that. And now I can run this. And it should work because I have that key in there now. So it's going to search for ideas and then print those ideas out. So let's see if okay. So yeah, we do have an image now. Before it was just taking a while to generate that image. We just had blank space here, but we do have the image here now, which is kind of a wild image. We've got a woman with three legs. We've got one, two, three, four different Batmans. Five, if you count this guy, he's not wearing the full costume. One of the Batmans is like glowing and yeah, we've got Wonder Woman somehow made it there. What did we even ask it to? We asked it to generate a luxurious superhero themed party. Okay. Yeah, interesting. I think it did a pretty good job. For some reason, that Xbox symbol is there. Yeah, this is pretty solid. It's just the woman with three legs is kind of wild, but not even that bad for AI. AI usually gets that super wrong. Yeah, not bad. All right, so this is gonna take a while to complete. So I think we got some more. Oh, and so that's the last one. With this setup, Alfred can quickly discover. Yep, so we read that already. So I'll just go to the next one, and then hopefully this will be done when I get back. So the next one is building agentic RAG systems, right? Yep. So you can follow. So we got to know the notebook to follow in Google Colab. Retrieval augmented generation RAG systems combine the capabilities of data retrieval and generation models to provide context-aware responses. For example, a user's query is passed to a search engine, and the retrieved results are given to the model along with the query. The model then generates a response based on the query and retrieved information. Agentic RAG, retrieval augmented generation, extends traditional RAG systems by combining autonomous agents with dynamic knowledge retrieval. While traditional RAG systems use an LLM to answer queries based on the retrieved data, agentic RAG enables intelligent control of both retrieval and generation processes, improving efficiency and accuracy. Traditional RAG systems face key limitations, such as relying on a single retrieval step and focusing on direct semantic similarity with the user's query, which may overlook relevant information. Agentic RAG addresses these issues by allowing the agent to autonomously formulate search queries, critique retrieved results, and conduct multiple retrieval steps for a more tailored and comprehensive output. Basic retrieval with DuckDuckGo. Let's build a simple agent that can search the web using DuckDuckGo. This agent will retrieve information and synthesize responses to answer queries. With Agentic RAG, Alfred's agent can search for latest superhero party trends, refine results to include luxury elements, synthesize information into a complete plan. Here's how Alfred's agent can achieve this. So we'll do this in the notebook for now. I'll just read all the text and then go back through the notebook. And let me check that. Okay, so this is still working. That's okay. So moving on, this agent follows this process. Number one, analyzes the request. Alfred's agent identifies the key elements of the query, luxury superhero themed party planning with focus on decor, entertainment, and catering, performs retrieval. The agent leverages DuckDuckGo to search for the most relevant and up-to-date information, ensuring it aligns with Alfred's refined preferences for a luxurious event. Number three, third step in the process, synthesizes information. After gathering the results, the agent processes them into a cohesive, actionable plan for Alfred, covering all aspects of the party. And the last step in the process is it stores for future reference. The agent stores the retrieved information for easy access when planning future events, optimizing efficiency in subsequent tasks. Custom knowledge base tool. For specialized tasks, a custom knowledge base can be invaluable. Let's create a tool that queries a vector database of technical documentation or specialized knowledge. Using semantic search, the agent can find the most relevant information for Alfred's needs. A vector database is just a collection of documents with rich representations by specialist machine learning models that allow for fast search and retrieval of the documents. This approach combines predefined knowledge with semantic search to provide context-aware solutions for event planning. With specialized knowledge access, Alfred can perfect every detail of the party. In this example, we'll create a tool that retrieves party planning ideas from a custom knowledge database. We'll use a BM25 retriever to search the knowledge base and return the top results, and recursive character text splitter to split the documents into smaller chunks for more efficient search. All right, and I'll look this over more carefully when I do the solve in this in Google Colab. Okay, and work on the run that anyway. Let's take a look at this. You know what? I might have to just stop this if it takes too long. All right. So this enhanced agent can, number one, first check documentation for relevant information. Number two, combine insights from the knowledge base. And number three, maintain conversation context in memory. Enhanced retrieval capabilities. When building agentic RAG systems, the agent can employ sophisticated strategies like number one, query reformulation. Instead of using the raw user query, the agent can craft optimized search terms that better match the target documents. Number two, multi-step retrieval. The agent can perform multiple searches using initial results to inform subsequent queries. Number three, source integration. Information can be combined from multiple sources like web search and local documentation. Number four, result validation. Retrieved content can be analyzed for relevance and accuracy before being included in responses. Effective agentic RAG systems require careful consideration of several key aspects. The agent should select between available tools based on the query type and context. Memory systems help maintain conversation history and avoid repetitive retrievals. Having fallback strategies ensures the system can still provide value even when primary retrieval methods fail. Additionally, implementing validation steps helps ensure the accuracy and relevance of retrieved information. All right, so here's the resources. Agentic RAG. Turbocharge your RAG retrieval augmented generation with query reformulation and self-query. Recipe for developing an agentic RAG system using small agents, which is good. RAG really makes it better. So I'll take the, so let's see if this is still running. It is. Let's get this logged in. Well, I don't know if it has to be. Yeah, if I refresh that key, it might mess things up. So let me wait to do that and take the quiz. So here's a small ungraded quiz. Since it's ungraded, I'll show the answers. No big deal. It's time to test your knowledge of the code agents, tool calling agents, and tools sections. This quiz is optional and not graded. So question one, what is the key difference between creating a tool with the tool decorator versus creating a subclass of the tool in small agents? All right, so here's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. The tool decorator is recommended for simple function-based tools, while subclasses of tool offer more flexibility for complex functionality or custom metadata. Correct. The decorator approach is simpler, but subclassing allows more customized behavior. Question two. How does a code agent handle multi-step tasks using the React reason plus act approach? Which statement correctly describes how the code agent executes a series of steps to solve a task? So, all right, I think I'm going to go with answer C, because remember this is talking about a code agent. So what does a code agent do? So the JSON one wouldn't be correct. These other ones, this one definitely would be correct. It relies on a vision module. So my answer is C. Correct. This describes the React pattern that that code agent uses. Uh, and remember, code agent is a class from the small agents library. So it's based on the React pattern. Other frameworks that use code agents might be different. So including iterative reasoning and code execution. All right, so question three, which of the following is a primary advantage of sharing a tool on the Hugging Face hub? Select the best reason why a developer might upload and share their custom tool. So let's see here. Yep, let's go with B. Correct. Sharing on the hub makes tools accessible for anyone, including yourself. And this is a big one, right? To download and reuse quickly. Question four, tool calling agent differs from code agent in how it executes actions. Which statement is correct? Choose the option. Okay, so huh. All right, I'm gonna go with C, but I think it might be D. This might be the first one I get wrong. Okay, correct. So I know that was meant for simpler things, but the fact that it outputs JSON, I thought was yeah. Yeah, this just didn't seem right to me, and I knew that it had to have outputting JSON part of the answer. So tool calling agent uses the JSON approach to define tool calls. So C is definitely correct. All right, so question five, what is included in the small agent's default toolbox and why might you use it? Which statement best captures the purpose and contents of the default toolbox in small agents? So, uh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with A. It provides a set of commonly used tools such as DuckDuckGo search, Python interpreter tool, and a final answer tool for quick prototyping. And I got it right. The default cool toolbox contains these ready-made tools for easy integration when building agents. So congratulations on completing this quiz. Um, I aced it, so I'm well on my way to building robust small agents applications. All right, so multi-agent systems. Multi-agent systems enable specialized agents to collaborate on complex tasks, improving modularity, scalability, and robustness. Instead of relying on a single agent, tasks are distributed among agents with different capabilities. In small agents, different agents can be combined to generate Python code, call external tools, perform web searches, and more. By orchestrating these agents, we can create powerful workflows. A typical setup might include a manager agent for task delegation, a code interpreter agent for code execution, a web search client for information retrieval. The diagram below illustrates a simple multi-agent architecture where a manager agent coordinates a code interpreter tool and a web search agent, which in turn utilizes tools like the DuckDuckGo search tool and visit web page tool to gather relevant information. So there we go, manager agent, code interpreter tool, web search agent, web search tool, visit web page tool. So multi-agent systems in action. Before going on, let me see. Okay, so this is still running. So a multi-agent system consists of multiple specialized agents working together under the coordination of an orchestrator agent. This approach enables complex workflows by distributing tasks among agents with distinct roles. For example, a multi-agent RAG system can integrate a web agent for browsing the internet, a retriever agent for fetching information from knowledge databases, an image generation agent for producing visuals. All of these agents operate under an orchestrator that manages task delegation and interaction, solving a complex task with multi-agent hierarchy. Okay, so here's another notebook to follow. So we're uh, kind of falling behind on getting through the notebooks. Yeah, you know what? This is taking too long. All it's going to do is give back some text. Now we can't. We should be able to see maybe some logs or something that will. Um, let's see. So the terminal. You need advanced access to see the terminal. Uh, maybe view. Uh, yeah. So it's still. Oh, you know what? It looks like it never finished this one. So interesting. You know what? It's just messed up. It's okay. I'll go on to this one. All right, so I'll be back. All right, I'm back and I'm logged in. So next, grant access. All right, that's working quite a while. Oh, this is a very long one. Well, I guess there's just a lot of code output in this one. I do have another day before I fall behind, and I do have, yeah, so I feel like it's time to start thinking about um, just moving on. Let me pause, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So let's check in on that agent again, or on the notebook rather. So the notebook has completed. So, oh, look at this. It's coming up with separate ideas. So this is great. A lot of output there. All right, and that's it. So we got an enhanced agent that can check the documentation, combine insights, and maintain conversation tech context through memory. Good stuff. Okay, then we've got a notebook here, um, and then another notebook. Oh, you know what? This is the notebook. Okay, so we can work through this notebook. You know what? I think I'm gonna work through this notebook in another video. I'm at the hour mark. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.